Hi, in this video I'll demonstrate how to integrate and use the custom connector for Mollie payments. So first, the custom connectors. You have a new tab here where you can add and manage your custom connectors. We will need to manually add the custom connector here. So we'll click just Add Custom Connector. You're presented with a default set of settings, but you can just delete all of this. And you received the custom connector just as a JSON text file, so you can copy paste the custom connector in here. The only thing you will need to do is click here Save and Test. You will be presented with all the endpoints, but the only thing you need to do is click Publish Connector, because I already tested all of the endpoints for you. You'll see that you now have a custom connector for Mollie Payments. So, but what is Mollie Payments? Mollie Payments is a payment service that can create payment links and handle all the payment logic for you. So in our custom connector, we handle everything for payment links, payments, and methods. You will find more information here on Mollie's Docs API. So here, payments, methods, and payment links. These are the endpoints integrated in the custom connector here. So now we have added the custom connector, we can start using it. It's as simple as that. So I'll go to My Projects, create a new project. For example, Mollie Payments demo. Okay, great. Now, first I'll create two webhooks. This is just for my demo. This will handle the payment request, the start of the payment request flow, and the start of the payment response. So I'll create two webhooks, one called payment request. Okay, just create. And another one will be called payment response. Okay, just for ease of use, I'll copy this link because we will need it later on in our flow. Okay, back to flows. Now I'll create my first flow, which will handle the payment request. So I'll name it that. Payment request. And this will be started by an HTTP webhook. This is just for the example here. This can be, of course, whatever is suitable for your flow. This can come from a website, from your FileMaker application, or triggered from another connector, of course. So, but in this case, we'll just use a webhook, and it is the payment request webhook. Okay, great. We will need to click this one just to see if it works. Okay, great, it works, and now we can save or trigger. And then we will need to add an action, and this will be the payment link creation action. So we will add an action here, and you see here custom connectors. I have my Mollie payment. You can also find it if you start typing in the search bar, and then we'll select Mollie payments. So these are all the actions we can do with our custom connector for Mollie payments. There are three big parts. We have everything about payment links here, these three endpoints. Then we have 5 endpoints for payments. There's a slight distinction between the payment links and payments. You can find it in the Mollie documentation. And then we have 3 endpoints about methods. Methods are, for example, credit card, bank contact, PayPal, and here with these endpoints you can check which methods are available for your account, etc. So, but for this demo, we'll just create a normal payment link. Continue. We'll of course need to sign in our Mollie account, which you can just create easily a test account, and there's a test environment. That's actually what we're using here. The test environment of Mollie. So I'll just sign in. Okay, great. So I'm already authorized. Then I click continue. And here you're presented with all the options you can give for a payment link. There are 4 mandatory: the description, amount, currency, and a redirect URL. And there are 2 optional: the webhook URL and an expiration date if you want. So for this example, we'll just give in fixed values. Of course, this will normally come from your flow and will be variables used that were coming in previous steps. But in this example, we'll just use demo Mollie custom connector. Okay, the amount will be 100 euros. Then redirect URL. This is the URL you will go to if the payment is successful or was not successful when your payment is finished in the Mollie web browser. So this will just be for now clickworks.eu, and our webhook, this is what I copied earlier, is the address of the webhook of our payment response webhook. This will then be triggered once the payment is completed. Okay, so it's as easy as that. We'll click save. Great. So our first flow is already ready. I will enable it here and I'll just give it a test. So then now it's pending. I'll click on it and we got a success. So we manually triggered this one, so there's not actual real data in here, but our create payment link has worked properly. So we created a payment link with description, the Mollie, we got an ID, the amount, etc. Of course, what is more important, we also got the payment link here. I'll just copy it and I'll paste it in here, and this is what you will be presented with. For example, with what the user will be presented with. Like you can see, this is the test mode, and now we're asked to pay 100 euros to Clickworks, and we can go here and say, okay, this one is paid. I'll just wait one moment because I'll first create our response flow. Okay, I'll create a new flow. This will handle our response when the user has paid. So payment response. This flow will be triggered by our second webhook. So we choose here HTTP. In there we have incoming HTTP request trigger, and we choose our second webhook, the payment response. We'll also give it a try. It works great. So now we can save this one, and then the moment, in this example, the moment we get a response back, we will add another action from our Mollie payments, and we will retrieve a payment link. Why? This is because the webhook only returns an ID of the payment, and now we can see if it was successful or not, and we can do that with the retrieve payment link. So we click continue. We are still logged in, and here we need to provide the ID of the payment link. We don't have it yet, so that's why I waited with the response. For now, I will just put in test, and I'll save this one, and I will enable this flow. If I now go back to my payment and I say okay, proceed, then it will be paid as if it's paid. It's a test mode, and we are redirected to our homepage of Clickworks. But now I can see in the history of the response, and you'll see that there is a response that came in 13 seconds ago. Of course, there's an error because our flow is not ready. The incoming request was okay, but there was a problem with the retrieval of the payment link. That's just because our ID is not passed yet. So to pass it, we can now edit it. Because now, if we go to the values here, we can choose our value that was now just passed by the response API. So I can now click it, save, great, and now I can save my flow properly. So the moment we get a payment response, we will get all the information about the payment. And then we can check if it was successful or not, and for example, send an invoice if the payment was successful. Okay, let's just try our flow in total again. So we'll just create manually here a new payment request. Great, success. We have a new Mollie payment request. Of course, the value, everything is the same because it's hard-coded for now, but we got a new payment link. We'll just copy-paste it in here. And this is something you can present if it's coming from your website, in your website, or if it's coming from a FileMaker file, then you can present this link in a web viewer or something. The user can pay. I'll just pay again by bank contact. Further, okay, test mode, good. We are redirected to our homepage, great. And then we can now check our payment response, the history. We see we have now a success 13 seconds ago. And now we can see that we got all the information about the payment link, including the information that it was paid at this timestamp. So now we could handle on this one and say, okay, we'll send you an invoice or something else. So this is a fairly easy demo about the Mollie Payments custom connector. I hope you like it and you find it useful. Bye.